30 minutes west of Waitomo Caves is Piripiri School. The act of learning in this family environment is driven by self-managing learners.
We establish at the start of the day what we need the whole class for, and for the rest of the time it's whatever they need to do.
We plan our day so then we know what we're going to do. We can choose when we put in everything.
You got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday.
I put art mystery.
And you choose what you want to do in 3 blocks.
They're able to shape their day and determine how much time they want to spend on their maths goals or their writing goals or their inquiry that they're learning about.
When I first started, I was like, well, I don't know what to do. I usually get told by the teacher, you need to tell me. And I was panicking.
She said, "Can you tell me what to do?" They were her words. "I don't want to do this. I'm not used to this. Can you please help me?" And I said, no, you can do it.
And then he just walked out of the room and was like, what do I do? I was talking to my friend and I was like, what do I do? And he's like, write your plan. I'm like, what do you do there? Because I had no idea what to do. So then I just started writing down what I needed to do, and then the teacher came back and I showed him and he was like, yeah, and he just ticked it and I walked off. And I was like, oh.
Now she's negotiating, talking with the other kids about what she needs to put in her day and when are we going to do that. And so she's very happy with it.
Katie, are you still doing your play today?
Yeah. You go first?
Okay, then we'll practice my play first, okay?
Yeah.
When you write your own plan, you can just follow your plan, but if your teacher tells you what to do, you have to go, I've done my writing, what else do I do? I've done my maths, what else do I do now? And keep going back to the teacher. Just say she got 100 people to do. It'll be quite disturbing. I'm a self-managed learner. When I get on with my work, I don't need the teacher to tell me what to do, to ask me if I'm doing the right thing.
I'm going to get 5 words from my spelling and I'm going to put them into sentences. One of my words is address, like my friend has got an address or I have got an address.
Papa and the stranger had a long talk on their own. I wanted to listen at the door and see why he was here. When the strange man had left, and then Mum started crying.
What's
and
it about?
said, "You should go."
What's the point of it? What's getting to the point? Is it him going to army?
I've worked by myself and with other people, and it's kind of hard working with other people because they're not thinking what you're thinking. So you have to communicate a lot more.
You've got heightened self-awareness. You know, they're needing to recognise when they've had enough of a task. The task might not be finished in terms of their goals for that task, but they've just had enough of it as a learner and they need to be able to recognise, I'm frustrating myself for the task is frustrating me, it's time for me to move on. Or conversely, I'm really engaged with this, but actually I need to pause here because I've got some maths goals, I've got some writing goals that I also need to include in my day.
Last term we were looking at environmental themes. This term we were looking at science. And so the kids were coming up with things that they were interested in looking at, and we looked at it through a science lens.
You can choose whatever in the science concept, like space or whatever, and you write down your wonderings that you have about that, like if it was space, how many planets are there? And Googleable and non-Googleable categories, like you could ask Google how many planets there are, but you couldn't ask them to compare Jupiter and Neptune or whatever. And then you have an action like what you're going to do with what you've learned. It might be try an information report and present that to the class or make a website or whatever.
We write down ideas that we want to do, and if you pick one that somebody else wants to do, then you can work together.
I was just thinking one day that I just wanted to do a play, so I was like, okay, I'm just going to do a play. First, I looked in a couple of books at the plays to see what to do. So then once I actually got an idea of how to do it, I just started to do it. But I needed a plan first. It was a hot sunny day and the Harrison family was hot.
I'm hot.
My play was about going to the beach. It was about the beach, but now it's getting there because it seems like more commotion.
Dada, Mama, can we please go beach? Oh, okay, son.
All the kids were like, give me this, give me that, give me that. And then the parents were like, wait, what? And then they just forgot about the gas and kept going. And then they ran out of gas halfway there.
They stopped at the garage to get some drinks.
I want to drink pie,
icebox lolly.
Whoa, one at a time. Lolly.
Pie.
Ice block.
Drink. What's the magic word?
Plays are hard work.
Yeah.
It's like, I like coming up with the characters. That's cool. I like doing that part. But it's actually hard getting the theme of it.
We were thinking of what we were going to do for our next piece of maths. And so we chose to build a raft that could hold a person's weight.
What are you making?
A raft.
Cool. I saw other people doing it. They were looking like they had fun. And I've never done it before, so I thought, oh, why did I do it? And then I just did it.
You don't really have free reign over whatever. You just keep to your plan. Otherwise, if you didn't have your plan, you'd just go crazy.
Sometimes the teacher writes our names up for who he wants to meet with.
If the teacher's busy, I go and ask another big sister or big brother to help.
If you need help, the teacher's almost always busy with other people, so you just go to someone else. And I'm one of the older ones, so I get lots of people coming and asking me. I might not be interested in the things that they're learning about, but then they ask me for help, and then I go, oh, I didn't even know that was included in what they were learning about. That's pretty interesting.
The tuakana taina goes on every day. It's just something that we do.
Do you know what confident means?
It means when you're brave. Like Tyson and Juanita need to be brave, they need to be confident when they share it all this share time.
And I've actually had in maths, children have said, can I be the teacher? So they've done their own little workshops and the children can opt into those. It's a fantastic way for the other children to learn.
I found it really cool being able to teach the teacher stuff and having the teacher get out of the way. Sometimes I think that the teacher just gets in the way.
It's the kids meeting, the kids bring up any problems.
I guess it's just the way that we operate. Because they've got the opportunity to share their student voice, they know that we want to hear their ideas, we want to hear what they've got to say.
People aren't playing fairly in some games.
It's good to know. The students look for other people in the class who have been showing behaviours that we want to keep seeing. And it might be they were playing with me, they included me in their game, they helped me solve a problem, they helped me with my learning. We put them up on a wall, which is a chance for the kids to see them and to celebrate, and we collect them. And at the end of the term, I'm going to put them into their learning portfolio so the parents can see what the other students are noticing about their child.
The thing I love is children being passionate. And with this type of learning, they really are owning things and they just love it. It's skills for lifelong learners and being a happy learner.
One of the boys in the class wanted to learn the guitar, so he put it in as one of his learning plans. And the science concept was sound, and so he's been investigating sound, and now he's just spending some time learning how to play the guitar. He gets his YouTube clips out and he's learning the chords. Those other two have seen him do that and thought, actually, this is quite a good idea, and so now they're doing it as well.
What was the chord?
So the first finger's on the same